Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Book and Sip. My name is Erica,
And I'm Drea.
and this is where we read some books and take some sips. Uh, it's still early here. Well, it's not early. It's 2 o'clock, but I woke up late. Went to bed late, woke up late. I'm trying to rehydrate myself with coconut water. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you've never had coconut water before, you see that face. You see the face she's making. It's a justified
Gross.
face.
It's so
It,
gross.
it is. The first time I had it, the very first time I had it, it tasted like vomit. I'm not gonna lie. And then somehow it just got better as I kept drinking
No.
it. And no, it did. I'm telling you, you have to keep
Stockholm
drinking it.
syndrome.
You have to-
Yeah, no.
no, it gets better. It does. It does taste weird at first, but now I'm like, oh
Much,
yes.
much like this book. On the other hand, I agree. It is still early, so I'm still drinking on my coffee from this morning.
Done with you
This is
already. Okay, I'm done with you already. We hadn't even started.
this is my one and only advertisement for the Dunkin' Donuts. Y'all should sponsor us, Dunkin'. I mean, America runs on it, and I do too every morning. They know me. They know me. They be looking for me.
Done. I'm just a fan of coffee in general. So
All coffee is not created equal.
this is true. This is true. But I don't live by a Dunkin', or at least had been in one. Anyways, guys, chapter 7 through 13. Are we filling the book yet or
I
not?
feel like those kids that were in the car with Ice Cube in that movie. Are we there yet? That's how I feel. Is it over yet? Is it over yet?
I feel like 7 through 13 was better than the first six chapters. Can we at least say that?
I mean, at some point we have to say, could it be any worse?
So I feel like it started off horrible. I feel like it got slightly better. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, we read books in between this, and we have both read some better books, and we're disappointed now that we've given you this book to read. But you know what? We're in it. We're not backing out.
February. This is our
Okay.
book.
January was okay. February was a dud. In these 12 months, we got to get one of them right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
January was a good pick though. Like
January was
solid.
good.
It was a solid pick.
It was a solid pick. I don't know what happened with this pick. I didn't
Me.
think we would crash and burn this quickly.
I happened with this pick.
You know what? I think this time we're gonna just throw a bunch of books in a jar and we're just gonna pull one.
Hey, hey, I like it. I
You
like
know,
it.
we're gonna do that. When we go out tonight, we're gonna record, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do
Okay.
that.
All right.
Okay. Chapter 7, guys. Chapter 7, Matisse returns badly injured from whatever deal he made. Raina takes the time to clean his wounds, although Matisse says they will heal just fine. Once they go to bed, Raina recognizes that she may have feelings for Matisse. I think it was just really good deed, but that's okay. She also begins to wonder if her psychic trauma was real and not her imagination. The next day, Raina and Matisse visit a market to collect an herb needed to break the spell. Raina manages to get lost but finds her way back thanks to a little blue demon called, I think it's pronounced Donati.
Sounds right to me.
Okay. Chapter 7 was actually kind of funny to me. They're kind of they're back and forth. The one thing that caught my mind, which I was like, I thought about posting it, and I didn't know how to. I don't know how Instagram works. Like, if you post inappropriate stuff, will it just get banned?
Oh, yeah. I
Is it
don't
like
know.
YouTube? Because and I'm just gonna go to questions. Do you think a demon call service would actually work? That was the conversation they had. He asked her, "Is men so bad on Earth
Listen,
that you can summon a demon?" And he was like,
okay,
maybe you should have like a demon call service. And she was like, you know what? That might actually make money. Like, I can find some quality demons for you guys to summon, and y'all can, have your little fun and send them back.
listen.
And I was like,
Okay, Mrs. Green, since you've been snatched up off the playing field for quite some time. So let me just tell you, I would be the first one to sign up for the demon call service. As you know, I ordered my oil on Amazon.
oh
So that
no,
I tried
oh
this
no.
company myself. But when I got to this section, it gave me pause because he said all of them are not like me. Some of them
Yes.
be stealing souls and killing folks, and I'm like, okay.
So I'm like, the service may not be. You find more demons like you that can stretch and expand and taste like raspberries, and you
It's
have a
hard
little money maker.
to think. Desperate times, desperate measures, and so forth. But yeah, yeah,
And,
the men might be that bad, I think.
and then his first real laugh. Are the men that bad? A guy took a shit in my car.
But that's the thing. Okay, I'm just gonna keep asking this question. What was that man doing in your car on a first date?
Okay,
I
you remember? You remember he asked for a ride to his car. So I'm guessing they drove to the same place. The parking lot was big or whatever. And he was like, "Hey, can you give me a ride to my car?"
Okay, ma'am, you can excuse this all you want to. Is that safe? Let's just talk about this, ladies. Is it safe to allow someone you just met online? You don't know this guy from Adam, Eve, or the devil, and you're gonna let him in your car.
Fair enough.
It's not safe. Let him walk.
Desperate times. I don't know how desperate it is out there. Apparently, it's pretty desperate though. So
It's pretty bad.
you see. Okay, when I heard the description of Donati, this was what popped up into my head. This right here. This is what popped up. I don't know if you
Here,
know. I don't know if you see. Do you recognize it?
I don't.
Okay, in the movie The Croods, they find this little thing. They named
Oh,
him Doug.
okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So when I heard the description, I was like, why does that description sound it's like Doug?
Yeah,
Croods. I was like a little blue thing that looks like a crocodile and has floppy ears. That's Doug.
it is. He's super cute. And I would take one of those too. Anything but a cat.
And then he has rainbow poop. It's
Yeah,
not gross looking
that
poop.
does not stink. It doesn't stink.
Yes. So
Sounds like
I'm like,
a
right, I would totally take that. Look at him. He's so cute.
fruit.
All right. Chapter 8 was just Chapter 8, Raina safely made it back to Matisse and decides to keep the Donati, naming him Pico. Matisse
Oh,
and Raina get back in the carriage and arrive at the witch's cave. Once they arrive at the witch's cave, they meet a beautiful witch named Lacosta, who explains that her magic works when her subject is aroused. This meant she needs to give consent for them to have sex and in the pool, which she did. And I had no questions for this one. I none.
uh,
None.
none, Erica, you could come up with a single
I
question.
couldn't come with
Like,
anything. I
would
read
you
that and I
have
was just
gotten
like,
in the pool? Would you have allowed your partner to get in the pool? Because as we later find out, both of them have caught a little feelings.
yes,
Because when she gets out of the pool, he's pissed.
he is. And no, this is what bothered me about. He said he knew this was going to happen. He said he knew, but he said he thought it was going to be him in the pool.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
so I was like, so it's okay for you to get in the pool with another woman and be felt up on, but for me, it's just
Oh,
all kinds of wrong. Nothing
there's a
injured me.
story. There's a little story, an anecdote or whatever. I don't know if it's true or not, but like people have used it where the husband, uh, couple in bed at night, somebody breaks in the window, and then the guy's like, tying everybody up, and the husband tells the wife, "Listen, it'll be okay. Don't fight. Don't struggle. Just let him have what he wants, and he'll go away." And then the burglar, instead of going for the wife, goes for the husband. And so then the wife just says, "It's okay. Just give him what he wants. Don't fight, don't struggle. It'll be over shortly." Right, because it's all good and gravy when it
When
goes the
it's
way
up.
you think it should go. But when it
Yep.
doesn't go the way that you're anticipating, now now it's
It's
a
a
problem.
problem. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. No.
Yeah.
No, no, no. I'll still love you, babe. I'll still
Uh,
love you.
right.
Even if you got a loose booty hole right now. I'll still love you.
Yeah, right.
We'll
Yeah.
make it through this. We'll make it through this.
He
But
sure
no,
will.
I had nothing to say. The chapter was short. They were in, they were out.
I
She's
will tell
breathing
you
all
that
heavy.
the scene in the pool, it was quite the scene. It was,
Yes.
yeah, that part of the book, you can read that.
Yes.
Keep that one.
Yes. It's like, okay. I
Okay.
mean, she gave her consent, so seemed like she enjoyed herself. So
Sure did.
yeah, that wasn't odd at all. All right. The spell is broken. Raina and Matisse has successfully disconnected their ties temporarily. On the way back to the house, they were attacked by demons, but managed to survive. Matisse was gravely injured. Upon arriving home, Raina let Matisse know that if he needed anything to let her know, and he took her up on her offer and asked him basically, can we cuddle? That's basically what he said. Can we share a bed? Can we cuddle? Hey, I'm feeling vulnerable right now. Uh, Raina made it back to her home where 2 months have passed since she has been home. 4 months later, she was going on dates again since she hadn't not seen Matisse. But we do know their times are different. I think a month here is a week for him. So it's only been 4 weeks for him. All of her dates, though they went well, ghosted her with no explanation. Come to find out, Matisse has been scaring them off. This was an interesting chapter to me because, and I'm going to go to the question. Do you agree with Matisse's reasoning for scaring them off? Because
But we
when he gave the reasons, I was like, okay, besides the last one when you just said he had bad breath, I mean the reasonings were sweet.
I do not agree with the reasoning. But the
Okay.
fact is, like I said, we know they both had caught some feelings.
Yes.
And it's kind of sad that we do men this way, that we undermine or like act like their feelings are not like ours at all. It seems a bit unfair, but it's hard to we feel like hers is based on the fact that he has some good loving.
Mhm.
So I don't know what his are based on. Maybe it's also the girl in me, right? I want him to really care. I want him to have these really loving feelings because
Now,
it matters. But
here's something I heard.
she could just be digmatized.
Here's something I heard. I don't know if it's 100% true or not. Um, I was told that men have trouble confessing their feelings because once you admit you actually do have feelings, once you admit you love this girl, you know that it's your job to take care of them. I know. That's why I was like, I said, I do understand where he's coming from. This was a guy saying this. It's like, I do understand where you're coming from. I'm not sure how many men are that mature to have that thought process.
Ideally, our cultural basis is that it was any man's job to take care of to protect and care for any woman. um Whether young women like children because they're children, older women like grandmothers, aunties, moms because they
Right,
are those statuses in our culture and community,
right.
and then just women in general in the public because that could be your sister, right? So I don't that reasoning makes it doesn't hold water for me, but if then that just means that they weren't raised with that train of thought that it's every man's job to protect the weak in our society. And like
And
you
I
said,
feel like right now that is it's not the case. I don't think guys are raised that way. But then again, we're going through the whole, and this is a whole another issue, but we're going through the whole men and women are the exact same
yeah,
little thing.
yeah.
Yeah. You can tell this is both not our cup of tea.
No, no,
Okay.
but I think Matisse scaring them off. He's scaring them off because he likes her. That's what it is.
And
So
that's what she said. And she said, you like me, you like.
so okay, just own it, Matisse. Like
I still like one of his reasons when he was like, okay, the first guy, he didn't let you talk at all. He didn't ask you how your day was. He didn't ask anything about you. He just sat there and talked about himself. He's a selfish dude. It's like,
and the fact that she didn't even notice.
yeah.
But
And I was
again,
like,
uh, it's a us also an us thing because
yes,
remember we too we have been fed this role about what our line should look like in this conversation, which is how was your day? How are you?
yes,
What do you
yes.
need? How can I help you? What do you need me to do? Like that's our role here.
And it's not a great role. Not a great role.
No, it's not.
They touched on this for like a half a second, but I'm hoping she comes up somewhere in the book. Um, she said that she went to her auntie and asked her how where she was, and she was like, her soul is where it needs to be.
Right.
And I was like, okay, auntie knows something. Y'all called her crazy in the beginning. She knows something.
Yes, I think as I predicted previously, I think that we'll find out that there is some sort of religious connection here that
Mhm.
causes historical religious connection. And like I said, the closest I can think of to compare it to maybe something like voodoo, where the spirit and ancestry connects um
Yes.
history. So the aunt may have those similar beliefs. And so
And
I
that's
do.
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Raina's obviously upset at Matisse for scaring off her dates, which he is able to calm her down by feeding her tacos. Who knew?
I
That's the
didn't
way to
bring
a
up
girl's heart. Feed them taco, guys. Just feed them some
all day.
tacos. We'll be putty in your hands, okay? He admits that he missed her and that he scared the dates off because none of them deserved her. That was his reasoning. Matisse says he wants to get to know her better and he can feel everything she feels and he wants to help, so he asks if they could date. Raina objects to this for obvious reasons. He's a demon, but she agrees in the end. I thought the taco thing was so sweet because it wasn't just any tacos. He said, "You go to the same taco place, you order the same thing, and now I can make it. Now these are your favorite tacos, not that place. My tacos are your favorite now." It's like, that's some dedication.
Yeah, so as the queen taco lover here, I was like, Matisse, pick me. Pick me. So yeah, that was sweet. It was sweet.
Seriously, can you imagine? Oh, I see. This is your favorite place. I learned how to make it. I make it better. This is your favorite now. Your
Yeah,
favorite's with me now. Okay, yes. My favorite's definitely with you now.
exactly.
Now, this was something that was on my mind. Do you think their connection is real or just a result of the summoning?
I think both things can be true.
Okay. Now, when I wrote this, I hadn't got to the next chapter yet.
Okay.
And I'm starting to think that is not a result of the summoning.
I think both things can be true because I think that she summoned um her soulmate.
Hmm.
So their connection is real, but otherwise they may not have ever met if it wasn't for the summoning.
This is true. Okay, so I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. All right, chapter 11. Matisse and Raina are slowly getting to know each other, and dating is somewhat easy for them. After a while, Matisse tells Raina that there is a way to fully sever their bond, but it will be painful. Raina spends a week thinking about the pros and cons of their relationship and decides that it's best if they separate. That is until Matisse confesses that he wants her and seduces the thoughts right out of her. After he makes love to her, puts her in the bath, detangles and twists her hair, that got me, and puts her to sleep, she's visited the next morning by a demon that is not Matisse. He did her hair, Drea. He did her hair.
He did. He did.
That's all I heard through this whole thing.
I don't know what that feels like.
Right? Can you like imagine sitting in the bath and some guys just twisting your hair?
Mm.
Like, I have no hair to twist, but so this is gonna be on you. Look at you. You're already turning into putty.
I know. I know. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that I think, if he did my hair and then he walked out of my life, I feel like I'd be ruined forever.
See? And after you made me my favorite tacos.
My favorite
Ah!
taco. So you got my favorite taco, you've done my hair, and you have the best D because you're not even in this world. So there's no comparison here.
There's
It's all
not.
you mine.
You're mine. I'm sorry. Yeah, and you're probably gonna outlive me, but I don't care. You're stuck with me till I die, I guess.
That's it.
That's it. All right. Chapter 12, guys. Raina is visited by Matisse's ex-girlfriend and is told to dump Matisse or die. I did feel his girlfriend on this one. She explains that she hates Raina so much because he literally left her for Raina 2 weeks before they were supposed to be married. Of course, she says no. They begin to fight. Raina is currently getting her ass kicked when she awakens a power that gives her the strength and allows her to move between worlds. When the X tries to grab Raina, they are teleported over a canyon. They both fall. The X ends up gone, and Raina ends up in her front yard. I mean,
Okay,
I
can we just pause for a minute because I feel like my little boo, my little Pico, he did not get the due that he deserved from last chapter when he was brought to the real world, which I'm trying to figure out how you leave your dog. Because if you're gonna kick me out and I gotta go back home, I'm taking my dog with me. I don't care.
demon dog.
Huh?
It's a demon dog.
Yeah, he's mine. He's mine. He's mine. Okay, nonetheless.
I mean, it's
Now
not like you
let's
can't
talk
take
about
it for a walk.
let's talk about this crazy ex-girlfriend. Do I feel sympathy for the ex? I don't feel sympathy, but I do feel empathy. I understand, girl, because I know what Matisse can do. So I too would be mad. I would be mad. But he might know.
No, okay, so this will bother me. Now, I did write this question after I read chapter 13. And this is what bothered me about this. Matisse said that he knew, and this is the next chapter, but I'm going to bring it up now. Matisse said he knew long before he ended up with this girl that this was not his soulmate.
With Raina.
Yeah, he knew about Raina
Long before
before.
he ended up with Raina, he knew that the ex was not his soulmate.
Yes.
Okay. What's wrong with that? Let me ask you that. Let me start there. What's wrong with that?
Hey, you let this girl on, and then 2 weeks before we get married, you just, yeah, no.
Okay.
And he said it. He said I should have left her a long time ago. That we probably wouldn't be in the situation, but I didn't.
Okay.
I was hoping that you were just gonna die because you're human.
Okay. Let's pause for a second.
Please counter this, because
Okay, because
I'd be ready
first
to
of
whoop some
all,
ass too.
how many of us never end up with our soulmate?
Well,
Right?
first of
Like,
all, I don't believe in soulmates, but continue.
oh,
I really don't.
well, that's a conversation for another time. But there was no guarantee that he was ever going to meet his soulmate. If there is the one,
Hmm.
which I don't think there is just one soulmate. So let me just start there. I don't think that, but I think that if there is just one in that capacity, um, and he knew that was not, are you supposed to be alone your whole life? Because the
Well,
only way
see,
he would have gotten over here was to be summoned.
no, no. He said he felt her presence 2 years before the summoning. So he knew about her 2 years ago.
I wonder if he was in one of those lives.
And that's what I was thinking. Yeah, he said he knew about her 2 years ago. He knew about her powers 2 years ago. The second she started tripping and being in these different worlds, he already knew. He knew who she was. And that's why she was so sad. She goes, so you let me go 2 years not knowing you when you knew who I
I mean,
was?
what is he gonna pop up and say, "I'm your soulmate, the demon from hell"? Like, yeah, come on, yeah, let's be realistic. We know that's not gonna work.
Okay, this is true.
But
This is true. But
but
that's not the problem. That's not the
that's
problem.
not the problem.
The
But
problem is you led this woman on knowing, because he said she would have known the second we were bonded, she would have known I was not fully hers because my soul belonged to someone else. I was like, then why did you lead her on for 2 years? Why would you do that to her? You waited 2 weeks before? No, sir. I'm kicking everybody's ass.
okay, but now you know. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. He should have told her, since I haven't gotten that part. You should have told her, you're right. You're absolutely right. He was foul. He's all the way foul. So why are you kicking my girl Raina behind when it's your guy? Because you can't put me out of my misery and think he's going to be yours. Because you can whoop me all day long. That doesn't make him yours. So
Okay, I agree with that. That is fair. That is fair. She's beating up on the wrong person, and what all women have a tendency to do this.
always.
You always go after the other girl instead of the guy. It's the guy's fault. Go after him.
Right, because he should have told you. He should have opened his mouth to say, okay, so what had happened was today, I felt that there was someone else out there for me and you're not it. Hardest
Yes.
conversation in the world to have. The person hasn't
And
done
then
anything
just let her
wrong.
kick your ass.
You didn't catch him with anybody else. You just have to put your big boy boots on and say, baby, you're not the one.
And he said it. I was a coward. You sure the hell
Yes.
were a coward.
Yes, you were. Yeah. Okay.
All right, we got through that. We got through that.
But then in that case, I do feel bad for her.
Yes, yes. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her. Okay, last chapter. Matisse returns to Raina to find the house destroyed. Raina explains the ex-girlfriend came and kicked her ass, and she needed explanation. So it was chapter 13. Matisse explains that he always knew she was a soulmate and he avoided it. She was human. He was going to outlive her. He was hoping she was going to die. He also admitted that he was in the wrong and wanted to make up for it. He tells her to stay, but she leaves because it's her. She goes to her friends, tells her everything that happened up to this point, and then the ex girlfriend from hell survived the canyon. Let's through the door. Um, as much as I dislike her friend, and honestly, I still dislike her friend.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the fact because I had a friend do this to me before. I'm not gonna call that friend out, but she did come to me at one point and she was like, "Hey, I need to tell you something, but I need you to not judge me." So I do understand that feeling of, okay, if you're telling me not to judge you, this is something that's serious and that you truly believe is happening. So she didn't judge her, but she did take it with a grain of salt. And she told her the whole story. And of course, just like anybody else, the first thing she said was, "So what else does his tool do?" I was like, I think that's where everybody would have stopped on that story. Yeah, I heard the rest of it, but let's get back to
And
what this thing
then, and then after that, do we have any friends?
is. So
Yeah.
is Matisse gonna start this service, this summoning service?
If he asked me, I would definitely give him the advice to go ahead and file that LLC. I
So
think money could be
how would he
made.
get paid for that? How would he get paid for that? Like, would it be like an app? Would
And
he the
escort
summoning
service,
app?
yes, app escort service. They listen. They've been doing. It's the oldest profession in the book, so we we know it's been around for a long time.
Yes,
He'd be
but you
the
have to let people know that it's specifically demons somehow.
he'll be other worlds uh escort service.
Otherworld's escort service, guys. Comments. Would you download the Otherworld's escort service app and have a Matisse summoned to your room
We'd
for
have
one night of fun?
ads that would
Maybe
say
two.
something like tired of the regular guys in this world. Come see us on the other world. That's not the only thing that grows.
Perform your wildest dreams right here with us. You like it big? We got you. You like it small? We got you.
Get
So
us banned.
and see my thought, and then my mind automatically did went to business mode, and I was like, would someone pay? Would you charge for that? Because it seems like it'd be expensive.
Yeah,
It
but
seems like it would be expensive.
then so it's not like they have to sleep, so they could just be making hand of. You don't have to charge that much. You just do it a lot.
This is true. Because she said she had like 10 orgasms. So I was like, I'm not sure how many women can go through 10
I
orgasms
it sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds good, but
in theory.
I gotta live my life, and I feel like this would mess me up. I wouldn't be able to function. I'd be at work like, what time is it? I need my
And
next.
see, I have to say this. I have to say this. And guys, if you want this to be its own thing, put some comment below because this was just a thought that went through my mind. I wanted to make a segment because we have our monthly book picks. Then we have our main book that we're reading. And then I wanted to dedicate one page to dirty talk because there's some things that happen that I'm just like, I need to know if this is possible because this is the third book I've read where the guy tells the girl to grab her ankles. And I'm like, so how? I was like, that seems like it would be uncomfortable, one. And two, I feel like one thrust that I'm going to topple over.
You gotta have balance.
balance.
Have too much.
Like that seems unstable.
No, I think we could do that. When I used to could touch my ankles.
See, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I want to see if I can touch my ankles in the gym. I can't.
You can't touch your ankles? I don't feel bad then. I used to be.
No, I cannot touch my ankles. I'm just now getting to the point where I can touch my toes, but to actually physically grab my ankles, no.
Huh. I guess I need to. I
And
guess
then
I,
I'm like, okay, then he would have to be the right height to,
yes.
and I think that's a big thing too.
Yes.
You know, we're gonna do a segment called Dirty Talk. Yes, we're doing this. We're doing this. Yep. Ladies, grab your wine. We're doing this. All the dirty details. All the
Oh,
dirty details. All of it. Because there's just not enough time. There's not enough time
okay.
for it. So we're doing this. Look forward to that. You don't even have to comment. I've made a decision. Executive decision.
The
Look
judge
forward to
has
Dirty
spoken.
Talk. And this is gonna be, it's not gonna be the book we're doing, it's gonna be any books we've read where there was a scene where
Ooh.
we wanted to know what was going on. We will post the
Okay.
book, we will we'll put the scene in and we'll go through it.
Okay.
We'll go through it. See, this is what gets Dre excited. Dre, I'm gonna need you. We need to get you back out there. We need to get you back out there. Anyway, sorry guys, we segued. Setting that aside, we're back.
No,
I know
I don't
we
like her friend. That is not my partner. Them. That ain't my partner.
still
Mm-mm.
know, still
If
know.
I call you and tell you I'm in hell, I need you to send the police. I don't know how they're gonna get here, but you would not just be like, I'm trying to sleep. I got work in the morning. Girl, I'm in hell. No, no, that is not my
So
partner.
no, still not forgiven. Still not forgiven.
Mm, mm-mm. And it was so like, oh well, I was worried about you. You've been gone. I've been gone for 2 months, and
She
you
said
just
she put out a
now
missing
busted my
person.
house. You just now. I've been gone for I call you and tell you I'm in hell. I've been gone for 2 months, and you just now busted into my house, which I find very convenient. And I know that you just now busted into my house because I had food with mold growing on it, stinking up to high heaven. I thought I would never be able to live in here again.
Mm.
So then you were like, I was so worried because I told you I was in hell. And we all just supposed to act like, one, I didn't call you telling you I was in some serious trouble. Two, I've been gone for 2 months. Nobody knew where I was. And you still don't believe me. No.
Well, when this green monster busted the room, by the way, they said half her hair was gone. So she hit hard, whatever she fell in. I'm wondering how this is gonna go now.
Hmm.
Okay, you see her because when I read the ending,
I was,
she the sound of it was just like, there she is. You think I'm crazy now? There she is. That's that's the girl I just fought.
yeah.
Huh? Who's crazy now? Now you're crazy with me. Yes, yes, this is her. She got tentacles, by the way. So
I want, can the girl see her? Like, what is it? Far-fetched that we're sitting here having this conversation and I'm arguing with some demon over here and you don't see it? Is it possible? That would really be crazy.
right.
You I mean, I hope that the girl can see the little demon because if not, that's terrible. Y'all
I
really gonna
think
have
she
the girl
can because
locked
she
up.
said she heard it. She said she heard the knocking on the door. She came in and her friend said, what the hell is this? And she told her, that's the ex-girlfriend. So we're aware.
Okay.
We're aware. Okay, guys, that was 7 through 13. We're in the home stretch. I'm curious where this is gonna go. I'm curious where this is gonna go. Chapters 14 through 19, we're gonna see how I'm hoping the friend pulls a gun. That's where my mind went. She's gonna grab a gun. Because what
Okay.
else are you supposed to do? I'm not
Okay.
fighting her.
Uh, Erica, you're the only person that I got to call. You better fight
Okay, she kicked my ass the first. She kicked your ass. You see, you coming here limping and stuff.
her. I mean, listen, well, let's be clear. We can both tell a very vivid story. So I'm not the fighting type.
All
I'm not
right.
a fighter.
And then you told me you tried to stab her and the knife broke. Dude,
And she's otherworldly. So I'm dying to know what the girlfriend looks like.
they explain what she looks like.
Yeah, but I need to
Um,
like I want to see it.
you know what? Next week I'm gonna put a picture because I do have an idea in my head of what she looks like,
Okay.
and I think I know exactly what she looks like.
'Cause at this point, I'm thinking Meg the Stallion. Like at this point, that's
No, I do have an idea, and it's from another cartoon.
okay.
Um, and I'll bring it up because I have a vivid picture in my head of what she may look like. Guys, read chapters 14 through 19, and still comment below. What do you think of Dirty Talk? Tell me. We got a little Dirty Talk. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and on Facebook.
Follow us.
Um, we're
Like
gonna
this.
go out.
Follow.
Today is National
That's
Margarita. We're gonna
yeah.
have some margaritas. We're gonna throw a bunch of names into a bucket or a hat or something, and we're gonna draw our next book. And hopefully, we draw a winner this time. Cause
I
yeah,
don't know.
I don't
So,
know.
are we looking at something that is on theme for March? Is that the Women's Month? We'll have to talk
I
about
feel
that.
like nothing but women write these books anyway. So, and
That's
I've seen some of the stuff that men write,
no,
and
no.
it's
You're right. Never mind.
yeah.
All right.
We're gonna stick with the women's books. Thank you,
Okay.
guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.